I'm filming. Hello, this is going to look a little bit different as far as the angle because I'm using my nice ring light stand for the first time and I don't have to set it up on my dresser anymore, which is like right to that side of the camera. So I decided to make a quick video about my first purchase from the reseller website called DevilInspired and how that went. So DevilInspired is somewhat less ethical and somewhat cheaper quality, especially depending on what brand you purchase from, because it is just kind of this collection place where you can go to purchase a whole bunch of different Chinese Lolita brands from outside the country, because normally they wouldn't be available. So basically DevilInspired just nabs a bunch of stock of various things, marks it up to cover purchasing it and storing it and paying all their employees, and then sells it overseas to people who are interested in that type of fashion but don't live in China. I would prefer to purchase something that is so indulgent and so not needed for everyday life from a slightly more ethical brand such as Lady Sloth or more recently Violet Fane. But alas, when my Violet Fane JSK got delayed again because they're extending their hiatus after delaying that particular release twice, I was more tempted when I began to browse what was online. Now, I had definitely heard mixed things about DevilInspired's reliability, both as far as their products and them actually delivering and getting the pieces out in a good condition to people. My experience, I would say, is on the whole positive. I got a thing. I actually got two things because one was a petticoat and I'm wearing it underneath. And I like the thing that I got, and it fits on my body, and it has nice features like different options for the bows and adjustable halter strip and pockets. It even had pockets. So overall, I would say in the end, I got what they said that they were going to send out to me. So that is a plus. I did not open the package and find something completely unexpected or something that was utterly unwearable. I would say that I can see the difference in the fabric quality. This feels more like something I might get at Macy's, whereas I can tell that Lady Sloth is very careful about having really good quality and sustainable fabrics in their works. That said, the process of actually ordering to getting the thing was not without issue. Back in January, there was a discount and free shipping offer for purchases. So I took advantage of that to try out DevilInspired and see what the process was like. Ordering was very simple. They have pretty good size information. I wish they would be, this is not just DevilInspired, I wish that places in general would say, are you telling me what size the item is or what size my body should be? Because those are two different things. Because something could be the measurements of my body, and because of that it will not fit, because it actually needs to be a ½ inch to an inch larger. However, after I placed my order and it started processing, I was like, okay, that's cool. Doop, doop, doop. And then a week or so later, I got a message saying, hi, you ordered the brown South of the Forest halter neck from Forest Wardrobe JSK in S. We do not have that in S. Would you like a refund or to exchange it for a different item? And I was like, okay. So I messaged him back, do you have it in either size M or in dark blue? Because they had a whole bunch of different color options. And I was like, they probably aren't sold out of every single color in both of those sizes. But it was kind of annoying because on their website, they said they had that specific size and color option available for the item. So I think they're just not that good at updating their website. They buy their stock and sometimes they've actually run out of something but it's still up on the website. So I guess I would say you might be more successful if you order something where there's more than one color you like, or whether or if you're a little bit flexible in the sizing, like if you're in between sizes, because that's what ended up happening to me. So a few days go by, a few more days go by, I don't hear anything back to my message to them. And I'm like, and I tried to get on the chat on their website, and I'm like, how do I get in touch with them? Are they able to exchange it? Am I just not going to get anything? Can I cancel the order? Because if you cancel it after a certain point, it's hard to get a full refund, which again is not optimal. But then they messaged me back and they said, okay, we'll give you size M. And I was like, great, okay. I can probably tight lace a size M if it ends up being a little bit too big, because I see that there's not a whole lot of shirring back there, but there is some lacing, so I can probably get it down a full inch. So again, I thought, okay, problem solved. I know again what I'm getting, and they have something that they can send to me. And then another week or so later, I happened to be on the website, and I went to my account page to see if there were any updates, and I saw, it's dark blue. Why are they shipping a dark blue to me? This makes no sense. And I'm like, are they gonna send a dark blue but in size S? Are they going to send a dark blue in size M? Is that a mistake and it's really brown? At that point I was just like, I'll get what I get. Hopefully it'll fit on my body. But because I stayed on my account page so long, and maybe this is a devil-inspired hack that I just fell into, I got a little ping from their customer support chat saying, hello, do you need help with anything? And I was just like, I am confused. Can you just tell me what will be sent to me? And we went back and forth like, is it blue? Is it brown? It turned out it was definitely size M, which is what I'm wearing now. And luckily it fit me. But eventually, I think what happened was a blue got switched out for a brown. And I'm sure the blue also would have looked very nice if I had received it, but I'm very happy with what I got. So thank you to that person who happened to be doing the chat for DevilInspired while I was also browsing my page and was able to help me out. I am glad that I did end up with the size M, even though that wasn't what I originally ordered. Originally, I ordered size S because I think the range on the waist was 64 centimeters to 72 or something, and my waist is about 66 centimeters. So I was like, oh, okay, that's me. Whereas M, I think, starts at 68 centimeters and goes up to 76. But if you're like me and you would rather things be a little bit too loose than too tight, and if you prefer to use layers, which you're probably going to be doing if you're wearing Lolita fashion, then for this one at least, and I'm just going to apply this to the rest of the brand, which was Forest Wardrobe, probably it's going to be better to size up, because with the lacing in the back the way it is and the small amount of shirring that it has, I was basically able to take a look at the lacing and be like, all right, like how small can I make this? And it turned out I was able to get it quite a bit smaller, and I'm not sure how much it would have stretched if I ended up with a product that was a little bit too small. So once it shipped out, it wasn't too long in transit, and I ended up getting my items from DevilInspired early in March after ordering it later in January. So I would say it's like about a 6 weeks to 2 months time from placing the order to actually having the thing arrive on your doorstep, which I think is pretty reasonable and pretty standard for an alternative fashion that you're also ordering from overseas. I wasn't home to receive my package, but they actually did leave it by the mailboxes at my place, which was a little bit unexpected. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get one of those little slip things. I'm gonna have to run down to the post office before it closes and wait in line with everyone else at the post office. But no, they just left it and it was safe and undamaged, and I was able to just nab it when I got home from work. One complaint I do have about this fabric is that it was a bit wrinkly when I opened it, and I think it's going to be the type of thing you need to use an iron-on or a steamer on in between washes. Supposedly this is something you can hand wash at home, but I'm probably going to end up dry cleaning it just because I've been so unlucky with all my Lolita purchases. Something has always gone wrong when I try to hand wash it, sometimes even when I take it to the cleaners, but I think dry clean is about as safe as you can get. So even if it shrinks, luckily I've got that extra room, so I'll probably still be able to fit in this. Another reason to size up, if you shrink it by accident, an inch on the waist, you'll still be able to get it on your body. So the two things I ordered were this and a petticoat. The petticoat was one size, but I found the elastic a little bit tight, so I managed to stretch it out and weaken the elastic a little bit just by putting it over things in my house, which is my go-to technique of working down stubborn elastic. For the features of this JSK, it does have pockets. It has a pocket on each side, and there is a side zip, and there's a little hook there, and I forgot to do the hook thing today. And in the back there is a little bit of shirring, not that much, and some lacing. For this part, which is the halter neck, it is removable, and there's some different levels of holes for the buttons, so you can adjust a little bit based on your height, which I like because I have a longer waist. And the halter neck has a nice bow on the back. I'll turn it around quickly so you can see it. And you can't see it while I'm wearing it, but that big bow on the back is also detachable. So you really can wear it three ways. You can wear it with no halter at all, you can wear it with just the halter, or you can wear it with the halter and the bow. And they also gave me this nice little hair bow as well, which I didn't even know came with it. But it was a nice bonus because I like wearing it in my hair, but I can also wear it as a little bow on my neck as well. And I think it looks cute both ways. Overall, I think if you see something that catches your eye and is very unique on DevilInspired or one of the similar online resellers, then there's no reason why you shouldn't go for it if it's within your budget. I think be aware that everything will look a little bit nicer on the website stock photos than it will when you actually get it in the package, because that's the magic of photography. Do read the size chart. That's just advice for everyone ordering clothing online. I would say look at the different photos so you can check the little details to see if there's anything that appears to be nicer in the original photo but doesn't look quite as nice up close. I find that there are other places that have a lot of overlap with stock, like 42 Lolita is very close to DevilInspired, so you might be able to find some different more specific photos if you kind of go to different resellers, and you might also be able to save $5 or $10 on the price of the shipping, depending on how they price things and if they're having any discounts. So, or they might have it in another color that another website doesn't have. But overall, I really like how this looks on me. I feel very elegant. I like the longer length. I like the color. I like that I have different options for how I can style it, and I like the pockets. I just feel like a very posh Victorian or Edwardian lady today. Yes, I shall go and do old-fashioned lady things. Thank you. Zooming in on the dress, I really like the little lace edging here and along this center panel. I think it adds a nice touch. And here, looking at the top, you can see the extra buttonholes. They do show a little bit when you're wearing the dress, but I think that's a fair exchange for more options. And here's another video of me wearing the dress, pockets, and the lacing in the back. Looking at the halter straps. And of course, a little bit of extra buttonhole. And turning around so you can see that nice, big, fancy, ridiculous bow on the back. And luckily, because I'm between S and M, that sounds so dirty. Because with the small amount of shirring I have in the back and with the lacing the way it is, I was able to just be like, close down those holes, get those holes as tight. Gonna have to